Welcome back, everybody. Hello, how in the world are you doing? It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, and Roman Banks is back, obviously from going to Minneapolis. We're going to talk about that coming up in a moment. There's something, I smell something. It's not the crawfish. The great crawfish is here. The crabs are here and all that kind of good stuff. Maybe it's the low humidity in the air. No, maybe it's because it's 77 degrees outside and sunshine. No! The Southern Jaguars beat LSU last night. The biggest win in Coach Jackson's tenure, obviously beating a number 8 team.
Yeah.
That was huge, Coach.
Yeah, no question about it. And, you know, we've been talking about Coach Jackson for a long period of time since the beginning of this season. But obviously, you look at him last year, you can start to see the team improving. You can start to see their fundamentals. He brought in some players, but most of the players, player development made a difference for this season, I believe. And you just know with his leadership that this team was going to have success in the future. And he's a guy that demands a lot, and he go by doing the business the right way. And so I want to put things in perspective, okay? So we are happy today that he beat LSU, and we're excited. But I'm more happy because of the direction that the program is going in.
Oh, yeah.
If we didn't get that win, we still see that we're going in the right direction. And so we're more excited because we got that win, and that's a milestone for Southern University, and he happens to be the baseball coach there, and that's a notch under his belt. And I'm excited for him and glad for him because he made the sacrifice to come here and be our baseball coach, and we're happy about it.
Paul Mainieri, the day before the game, talked to the media about that. He said, I'm concerned about facing Southern. Southern went and played Memphis very good. They only lost their second game barely. And I'm telling you, this program is turning around. And I can't imagine the first time you talked to him to be the head coach at Southern, because the first time I interviewed him on the radio, you can hear how smart he is. I said, this guy's going to turn around. I had someone ask me that last week. The only problem I've got is their midweek games. They're not winning those games. I said, it's going to come. It's going to come.
Yeah, and you know, I believe he's ahead of schedule.
Yes,
and,
I do too.
No one thought that our baseball program would be here at this point, and we are more excited about the future and the consistency that he's going to bring to winning in this program. And so I think that last night speak volumes. I think Memphis wins speak volumes.
Yes.
And you know, he's doing a very good job in conference play, a few games up on everyone, and we just want to. You know, and he and I was talking earlier today, you have to stay focused and you have to keep the team focused, because in sports it can all, you know, when you beat the big boy, people want to beat you.
That's right.
And so, you know, tonight we have a very important game against UNO, so, and we're hoping for success against that game. But congratulations, Coach Jay. Keep up the good work.
That's right. Southern 18-15 overall, 9-2 in the SWAC. As we mentioned, we're hosting UNO tonight, right now as we speak, and they travel to Pine Bluff, Arkansas this weekend for a big 3-game set.
Yeah, that's a big series for us.
Then, I mean, Coach, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Now, women's basketball coach Carlos Funches named the WBCA Rookie Coach of the Year. Y'all give it up for Coach Funches, huh?
Well, you know, once again, that's a bigger stage. It's not regional. That's a national award.
That's a national award.
And the NCAA is recognizing him for his accomplishment of his first year as a basketball coach. And, you know, once again, is that when you interview coaches and talk to people and watch them, I think the most important part is you feel like they're ready to seize their moment. And I think both of these guys in their own way have been assistants that have paid their dues. And I think when you pay your dues and you've been respectful and loyal behind paying your dues, then when your opportunity comes, you have a chance to be successful. And the thing is that now you want to continue to be a consistent winner and consistent success and bring the program to another level year in and year out.
And he's excited about next year too.
Well, I expect both of these coaches to be right back in the mix again. I mean, they got a lot of returnees, and you know, each year is its own different ball game. And so, but I think that we have the type of leadership in our programs, in all our programs, that we can meet the challenge every year. And like I always tell them is that we're going to do our part in trying to get fans to the game. We're going to put ancillary events around it. But most important is that at the end of the day, you know, we're Southern University, and our expectations is to win.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we want to make sure that we are putting a product out there that's a winnable product in the particular sport and in the classroom. And I think when you do that, your fans have appreciation, the students have appreciation for you, and then that ultimately being success through the athletic department and for the university.
And also to mention, congratulations to the tennis team getting ready for the SWAC tournament. That'll be on Friday, April the 12th in New Orleans, right there at City Park. An opportunity for the Jag Nation to go and see them play.
Well, now you're talking about another guy, Championship Connors.
Yep.
You know, I think he went on about a 6-year run of winning the tournament. So it's right there in New Orleans. If our fans, they hear me not busy, run down there and support them this weekend. We're looking to compete again for another championship. And Jeff is no stranger to winning it, and so I'm excited about it, and I just think that it speaks volumes for our athletic program. And you know, things I tell them all the time, it's no substitute for hard work. And so we have a group of people that come in and stay late, and that's all the way from the support staff to the coaches, and that's just what it takes. I mean, all of us. We talk about being away and doing different things, but we all raise our hand and sign up to do this job.
That's
and
right.
when you do that in athletics, then there's a sacrifice to be good for the alumni, a sacrifice that you're giving, taking other kids in as your kids, sacrifice that you're missing your family a lot of times and family time. And so that's what our business is all about, sacrificing. And so I'm thankful for these coaches and these coaches' families that understands the madness of what we do to try to make a university be successful and bring attention to Southern University and represent our fans and our alumni very well.
No doubt about that. Now, a lot of also people think when they watch the Final Four, they think it's the 2 games on Saturday, the one big national championship game on Monday. But it's also a chance for the coaches and athletic directors to get over to Minneapolis, where it is this year, and to be able to interact with other coaches and other athletic directors. And that's something you guys did this past week, and you represented Southern very well.
Yeah, and so from a basketball coach standpoint, I was able to be on a lot of committees as it relates to basketball, and I represented for the SWAC conference and quite a bit as it relates to committees and co-committees. And so we're leveraging that because we need to have a voice at the table, and our commission is very supportive of trying to put us in position so we can represent our conference, our league, and our universities. And so my peers have picked me to be in kind of that mix as a leader of the athletic department, as an athletic director, to try to influence decisions. And as you say, well, the SWAC is just a small piece of the SEC, the Power 5, and all those people. Yeah, but our small piece need to have a voice. And if we're going to move forward as a conference, then we need to be at the tables. We need to see what's going on. In this case, with the new rules for basketball and what that's going to comprise of, when you start talking about distribution from the NCAA tournament, about how money is going to come back into your university, if you're not at that table, you miss out on a lot.
Right.
And I think in the past that we haven't had the type of leadership to be at the table. And now we're there, and I think our presence will make a difference as you see how we'll continue to improve right now. There's
one question I want to ask you before we go to break. Do you think there should be a 4th referee for college basketball? And because I say that is because of the speed of the game. Obviously that national championship one was a traveling call. You know, it should have been called double dribble. And I've seen in the NBA, it's absolutely ridiculous how I slow-mo my TV to see the players walking 3 to 4 steps in NBA basketball.
Well, you can do that in the NBA. So.
I know. But with the speed of the game, do you think that we need maybe a 4th referee there? Because they're even talking about that now for the National Football League, to adding another referee because of the speed of the game.
Well, we're talking about adding another referee in college football. That's on the table. Moving one around and putting one in the back of the play as well. So I think all those are to challenge yourself to be your best self, you have to have those discussions. You got to put ideas on the table and then compromise and come up with what fit best when you start talking about what's related to the game. Do I really think that our game fit for 4? I can't really see that right now, but I do think it needs to be some mechanisms in place for controversial calls and different things, as you see what the NFL is going through when they went to their owners meetings and stuff like that. So I do think it's that we have to challenge ourselves at the end of the year, evaluate it, and see what we can do different to continue to make our game the best team win on the floor.
That's right. I agree 100%. All right. That's why he's athletic director of Southern University. And it's overtime with athletic director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar athletics. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some really neat clubs Then I like that. We'll do that coming up right here
Some
next.
good
It's
stuff
Pelican
coming
Sports TV. It's exactly right. We're right here from Scoreboards Restaurant, right in between Airline Highway and Sherwood Forest Boulevard on Coursey Boulevard. Come on out and say hello. Great food. Again, we've got the delicious crawfish here today.
Yeah, got the crawfish, got the crabs.
Oh,
and,
everything
got
is so
the other
good.
things on the menu. So I'm not going to talk about the bread pudding right now.
Yeah, they've named it over time. Bread pudding too, by the way. Back with more right here on Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
Grand Cherokees, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Move and Sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, $27,990.
With Power Group backup camera, keyless entry, and Uconnect.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
Buddies, talking about buddies. You just can't lock 'em out, buddies. They'll make your day. Buddies, you can't deny 'em, buddies. You just can't buy 'em. Whatever comes your way, buddies are here to stay.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here to Scoreboards. We're talking Southern, all kind of Southern athletics and all kind of Southern, programs too, which I think is absolutely great. Kadacia Campbell joins us right here. It's always great to see you.
Likewise, Chris.
And you got a beautiful smile, most beautiful smile at Southern University. Coach Banks, I'm sorry, but she's better looking than you. Director of Development, and I always love your story how you came back to Southern University. That's what you graduated in.
I did.
And you came back because you bleed Columbia blue and gold.
Columbia blue and gold.
That's right.
Depending on the year, it may have been Royal or Navy. But
That's right.
It's always been gold. So.
And you're putting out so many different deals here. We got a nice little deal that you're putting out, membership information that I want everyone to see here. And it's a very neat idea. And we're going to be talking about that today. First of all, let's detail the S Club and the Jags Unlimited.
So the S Club is essentially an annual membership club, and it's exclusive to our alumni athletes. And then we also have the Jags Unlimited Club, which is open to all of our fans, our supporters, and our donors. Both clubs have different levels, tiers, and you can choose that level. The really exciting thing I think that we're rolling out now over the next few weeks is our donor engagement platform. And that platform allows us to, or allows donors to go in and to make installments toward their membership programs.
And there you just saw the information right there where you can go and get all the information about that. I like the All-American Club.
Yep.
Man, that is nice, including an S Club suite at the Bayou Classic.
At the Bayou Classic, yes. That is all for all of our All-American. At the $2,500 level, we will be offering a Bayou Classic experience.
And that's the S Club level.
At the S Club
Now the
level,
Jag
yes.
Unlimited Club gets you an opportunity to even the champion program there even gives you an opportunity to travel.
Yes, with the team.
That's pretty
Yep.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you
So
know,
there's a lot of benefits there, and I think that's what we're trying to do is make sure that we're offering our alums, our fans, our supporters ways to engage with our
Right.
with our teams, with our and our athletic department.
and you have to do that these days.
You do.
There's no question about that. And this gives an opportunity for the fans to even get more engaged.
Yes.
Like with the traveling with the team like you talked about. Or with the going to the Bayou Classic. And if you haven't been to the suite in the Superdome, you're in for a major treat. I mean, I like going for a fan, but man, just that in itself is worth it, going to the Superdome and the suite for the Bayou Classic.
It is.
Yeah. So
It is.
again, give us information on how people can get more information on this.
They can go to our website, gojagsports.com/S Club and /Jags Unlimited.
I think you're doing a great job, and you're just bringing more. And you know what's even big, I see, is the Lacumba Kids Club. That is growing like crazy.
It's, I would have to say exponentially, but it's been really great. It's been really fun. Our kids come out and we have events that are aligned with our football, basketball, softball games. We have 2 events that are upcoming, April 20th and April 27th. And we're going to have a bouncy house or spacewalk, as they called it in my day. We have snow cones that we're giving out to our arts and crafts. It's just a host of really fun things. Our families love it because it gives them an opportunity to sit back and really take in the games, and the kids just rave about it. So it's been really, really good for our fan engagement, and that's the name of the game for us now. How do we find ways to continue to engage our fans and our alumni base?
And I saw the Jumpy House outside of the baseball stadium for the last game we did at Purview A&M. And I wanted to call you immediately and say, I want to sign up now, but I'm too old. I can't sign up.
You're too old. One of the things we did too is we had an autograph session. And so when we had the spring game on March 30th, we had obviously a host of activities that were happening on the campus on that day. So we had the spring game, we had baseball, and we had softball.
That's right.
So what my office did was we decided to get a poster made and have autograph sessions with each of the teams, each of the sporting teams. And so just for the audience, those of you in the audience tonight, we do have some of those autograph posters. My grad assistant, Mandy McKenzie, is here and she'll be sharing those with you guys. We don't have a ton left over, so we're asking that you just take one per person, but we do have those for you as well. So it's been really exciting, and they're really cute. They designed them and they have like really cute pastel Easter colors on them.
Oh,
so they're really good.
I like that. And then you also helped organize the flag football game before the big spring football game.
I don't really want to take much credit for that. Danny Morris, who is, I don't know his official title, but he's very involved in the Southern University Football Alumni Association. And they really took charge of that. I didn't really have to do much, just work with our athletic department staff, and we provided an opportunity for them to come back onto the bluff and play on the turf that so many of them didn't get an opportunity to play on, that new turf. And they really, really loved it. I think we had about 100 folks there that day.
Wow.
30 or so, which were former players that came back to enjoy.
Right there, yeah.
So it was really, really nice. And then we also had an opportunity afterwards to present them with information for our S Club. And they were all really excited about it. So we're looking for some really good conversion on that as we continue to roll out our donor engagement platforms.
Anything coming up new for the Lacumba Kids Club?
Yep, as I mentioned, on April 20th and April 27th, we do have more events coming for softball and baseball as well. So we'll be doing some of the same things, and then we're going to start getting into the membership, because as we mentioned earlier, our membership for the Lacumba Kids Club has been free thus far. So we're going to be looking into having conversations with, our current Lacumba Kids Club members, or at least their parents, and we're going to be bringing them in and trying to engage them, because again, at the end of the day, it's about engagement and about how they can connect to help support Southern University athletics.
That is an awesome deal. And also too, I know you've been a big fan of the Overtime series. Had it in New Orleans during the Bayou Classic. Now it's made its way on TV. So the question is, do we get renewed for the fall, or we got canceled for the spring?
Oh no, we're re-ing up right now.
Cool.
So we have all of our dates lined up. Obviously they're aligned with our football schedule. So we have we kick off in Shreveport, our 80s hometown, August 23rd. Then we move over to August 30th, which is in Lake Charles, in Lake Charles. I think that's our McNeese contest. Then we move to our State Fair Showdown on October 18th, November 1st, obviously our homecoming edition. And then we culminate with November 30th, which is our Bayou Classic edition.
Awesome deal. Well, that's great, and we're very happy to have that. It's an opportunity for the fans to go and ask Athletic Director Roman Banks a question. If you have a, because right now I think sports program is big time, and I think it's going up.
I do too,
Yeah.
and you can tell by the engagement. One of the things I like to measure is how much the positive engagement we're having on social media, and you're seeing that a lot now. Right. So I think we're doing a really, really good job in terms of that. So it's good things happening. Good things happening.
Ms. Campbell, thank you as always for being here.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Awesome deal. Always great to talk to you. When we come back, we're going to be talking more sports with Sports Information Director Chris Jones. It's right here from Scoreboard's Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. We're talking Southern Jaguar sports right here on Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. I'm Chris Powers, back with more in a moment on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to Scoreboard's Restaurant. We're talking all Southern athletics, and of course, the Overtime with Roman Banks, the athletic director for Southern University. We've got the assistant AD as well as the sports information sports information director. Mr. Chris Jones in the house. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
And you do such a hard job for Southern. You're always on the move, always working. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people know out there, you don't get a lot of free time at home.
No, absolutely not, but it's well worth it being at every Southern University sporting event and really just kind of coordinating and leading the charge in terms of spreading the good word about Southern University athletics. And you know, the last two times Southern University beat LSU, I was probably working in another capacity on campus or at another venue during basketball season, but to actually be there and witness the first win for Southern University at Lee Hines Field was a very tremendous experience for me. So I was extremely, because that's where I got my start. When I was a student assistant at Southern University in sports information, my first sport was baseball. So Coach Cater took me under his wing, and I was actually announcing as a student and doing a number of those things. So to be there and to witness Southern University defeat LSU at Lee Hines Field was pretty special for me.
Yeah, and I know that's the biggest win in Jackson's era, but it could be the biggest win in Southern baseball.
And I had that conversation last night with a number of our baseball boosters, and in my opinion, outside of Coach Cater winning in 1987 to defeat Cal State Fullerton for the first NCAA tournament win by an HBCU, that's probably the biggest win in Southern University baseball history because of the magnitude of who you're playing, where you're playing, and what their rank was. LSU is a known powerhouse in collegiate baseball. You know, they've probably started the arms race with many of the teams now building, you know, $60 million stadiums for baseball. And so to bring them on campus, to have them over the hump, and the last 2 times we played them, you know, we could have possibly beaten them then, but certain circumstances came around. I remember vividly the 2003 team had them, and Ricky Weeks and a number of those guys from that team, which was probably one of Southern's greatest teams, they had LSU on the ropes. Lo and behold, the weather rolls through and the game ends up being canceled. And then the next time we played them, we were actually up going into the 9th inning, and we were 3 outs away. And somehow that LSU Magic reared its head up on the Bluffs. But this time there was no escaping that loss that we handed them last night.
No doubt about that. Now, speaking of that, they're playing right now against UNO at Lee Hines Field. Then they're going to go on to Pine Bluff, Arkansas this weekend. And the last home series for the conference will be against Texas Southern, and that'll be the Easter weekend, which is next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually calling that weekend Faith and Fellowship on the Diamond because both of our teams end their SWAC regular season weekends against Texas Southern. So we have a number of promotions. As Khadijah mentioned, Lacumba Kids Club will have some events taking place. And we're running a special promotion that if fans purchase tickets for the baseball game on April 20th at $5, they'll get free access into the softball game the following Saturday on April 27th. So it's our way of just kind of bringing both programs together and having the fan bases support both of them equally. We know Southern University baseball is on a pretty good roll, and they go into the second half of the season leading the SWAC Western Division. And softball has a little work to do, but they get Texas Southern at home. So we're just encouraging fans to call the ticket office to inquire about the Faith and Fellowship on the Diamond promotion that we're running for April 20th and April 27th.
And you've talked about that too. The last softball series at home will be the following Saturday after Easter weekend, and that also again is against TSU.
Yes.
And the Lady Tigers as the softball team wraps it up at home.
Yep. And so that's one of the things we're looking at as the sports end. There are a number of other events that's taking place as our sports close out the spring semester. One thing we want to also mention to the Jaguar fans is that our first event coming up outside of athletic competition on the field is the Southern University Jagathon, and that'll take place on May 3rd. And that's essentially our fundraising arm for Southern University Athletics. It gives us an opportunity to kind of talk to the alumni, allow them to hear from our major contributors, our corporate partners, individuals who are former athletes who are now doing amazing things out in the world as either coaches or professionally, and just tell about their time as student athletes at Southern University, but also to encourage and engage other alumni and other groups and other organizations and other companies to also give to help contribute to build this vision that Coach Banks has for Southern University Athletics.
No question about that. Then we got all kind of other things going on. Congratulations goes to the Jerry Fontenot and the soccer team because they got a big award last week.
Well, one of the things that we've been impressing upon a lot of our sports team is community outreach. We want the Baton Rouge community to know that our student athletes go do charitable events as well. And so Athletes for Hope is a program that Southern University Athletics has been partnering with over the last 2 or 3 years. And this year, Coach Fontenot, as well as his soccer team, were named both the Coach of the Year and the Team of the Year for their efforts out in the community to help just really lend a helping hand to the Baton Rouge community.
And that's huge. That is big time. Congratulations on that. And then also, too, we've got another thing where we can actually eat food and celebrate Southern athletics as well with the Taste of Jag coming up.
Well, I don't know too many Southern events that you have that don't involve food and good drinks and maybe a cold beer or two.
Oh, the best tailgating when you go to A.W. Mumford Stadium.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
It's unlike any experience you'll ever have as far as college athletics, but the Taste of the Jag will take place on May 23rd, and this will be our third installment of the event. It's partnering, Southern University Athletics partnering with the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino, and it gives us an opportunity to bring a lot of the eateries in Baton Rouge that a lot of Southern University fans may patronize, but don't really know that they also support Southern University Athletics. So they get an opportunity to sample food from these different places. I know BRQ was a big hit last year, and we have some other eateries that take part in that event. But we also have live music. Ms. Denise does a great job with her chef cooking competition. You know, she watches a lot of Food Network, so it's pretty in-depth in what they do in terms of mystery food items, and it's really a great event. So we want fans to mark their calendars, May 23rd, at the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino Atrium. It's the third annual Taste of the Jag Food Expo.
That'd be great. And again, for people out there who don't know that, you can hear Chris's voice. He is the PA announcer for basketball as well as for baseball and sometimes softball and everything else.
And I was called in as a closer for Southern University football. So I pulled out my Mariano Rivera hat and provided the PA for Southern University football. But yeah, it's just something I've been doing since I was a student. Unfortunately, I didn't inherit my mother's singing voice, but I have a pretty good speaking voice, so we try to use that to the benefit of Southern University. And so as long as Coach Banks will have me, I'll be available.
Well, especially in basketball, when you announce that somebody scored or a three-point shot, it blows my eardrums. So you do a good job with that. But you're doing something that you love.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's something that I've been doing since I was a student. A night like last night is extremely important for Southern University because when you go out in the community and you see that Southern University defeated LSU, the first thing I did when I got back home is I went and researched and looked at all of the news stories that ran and tried to get a feel for what was the pulse of how big this win was. And there's no better feeling than know that you was a part of that. One of the things we did last night is we had one of our student assistants go in the dugout as the final out was recorded and Facebook Live it. Well, before we left Lee Hines Field, we had 7,000 hits. And so that's a tremendous reach for Southern University. And then you wake up this morning and it's on Channel 2, it's on Channel 9, it's on 33. I've even had conversations today to talk with ESPN and the Undefeated about chronicling what Coach Kerrick Jackson has done here in his second year. So the end result is publicizing what our student athletes are doing and some of the great work that they're doing in terms of promoting Southern University athletics. And so it's been a very rewarding experience for me.
And no doubt about that. Not only does he work at Southern night and day, but he's also a full-time dad. You're always pushing the stroller or doing something like that. So
appreciate
credit
it
for you for that, man, because I like you being a full-time dad like that. That's important.
Absolutely.
That's the most important thing.
That's more of a calling for me. I appreciate that, and I thank everyone who's been supportive of me during that time. And it comes with its own unique challenges, but I'm more than capable.
No doubt about that. You're doing a good job. Chris Jones, ladies and gentlemen, Sports Information Director. Y'all give it up for him. Doing a great job. All right, when we come back, we're going to shine our corporate sponsor spotlight. Coming up right here next, and then we're all here at Scoreboards Restaurant again. Come get they named it now, the Overtime Bread Pudding. The Overtime with Roman Banks Bread
Y'all
Pudding.
Coach Banks put in the trademark for that?
Oh, yes, indeed.
You got to get some royalties from that.
I'm telling you. We got that coming up later on in the show, and then we'll also bring Coach back in to talk about, ask him a question and all that kind of good stuff. And a big event also coming up, too, for athletics. We'll talk more about that coming up. We're on Pelican Sports TV. Back in a moment.
When Culinary Artistry partners with the Jaguar Nation, a good time is guaranteed. Join SU Athletics and the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino for the third annual Taste of the Jag Food Expo, May 23rd, 2019 at the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel Atrium. It's a night of good food, good music, and Southern fried fun. For more details or to sign up as a vendor, call 225-771-3171.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. Smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
Welcome back, everybody. It is overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And, of course, we've got right here, you hear that big crowd just for you?
Yes.
Tanika
Awesome.
James. How are you doing for New Decisions? How's it going?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
All right, we'll be able to give you an opportunity right now. Tell everybody your phone number and your address and how they can get in touch with you.
Great. I'm with the New Decisions Foundation. Our phone number is 225-306-3131. We also have a very user-friendly website, which is www.newdecisions.com.
All right, cool deal. And you also want to talk about a nonprofit event?
Yes, there's a nonprofit that was started back in 2009. I noticed there was a need where a lot of children didn't have a lot to do during the summer. Parents had to work and nowhere to send them that offered a quality service. So what we've done is come together with Southern University Athletics, along with the vision of Roman Banks, the athletic director there, to offer something a little different to the kids this summer. This summer we're going to offer a summer camp to where they can have academics in the morning, so they're still going to learn. And in the evening, they'll be able to partner with an actual athlete to be able to also enhance their sports skills as well. So we're going to call it almost like an academic and athletic program as well.
It's Camp Inspire?
Yes.
And you're seeing the information right now on your screen, and that's the phone number you can call right now, and also the website right underneath that. Limited space is available, so if somebody wants to get their child in there, they got to do it pretty soon, right?
Yes, very limited spaces. They can actually call the office at 225-306-3131, or they can even go to our website. That website is newdecisionsfoundation.net to get information as well.
Now, is it going to be like a day camp or any overnight camp at all, or just a day camp?
Just a day camp. That's a very good question. The camp is going to start at 7:30 a.m. And it's going to end at 5 p.m. And what's going to happen is in the morning, again, it's going to be the athletics, and then academics in the morning, and in the evening, they're going to partner with a student athlete. So the athletes have an opportunity to go ahead and give back, which the athletic department focus is having the athletes practice on the field and off the field and give back to the community at the same time.
And it'll be at Southern University?
At Southern University, we're so happy that Southern has welcomed us a second year to come to the university. So yes, the students will be on campus for the camp, and 7:30 to 5. And also the dates, I forgot to mention that. The dates will be from June the 3rd to July 26th.
Right. There's nothing like it. That's about when they're getting out of school.
Yes.
They got a few weeks out and go on vacation and what
Yes.
have you. But when they hear a camp, the parents' lights go up.
Exactly.
Camp.
Exactly.
Yeah, my
exactly.
kids can go for the whole day?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And we feed them as well. So that's
Big
awesome.
time. Why in the world would you not want your kids to go to that place? So again, tell again how parents can sign up for this.
Absolutely. They can call our office at 225-306-3131 or go to our website, which is www.newdecisions.net.
Now, you have taken it, and we're seeing it again on the screen right now for you out there who want to see this, and this is going to be great. It's a great opportunity for your kids to learn how athletics and academics should go together.
Yes, it's a great opportunity because as we watch the news, there's so much negativity that's going on. So again, along with the great vision that Mr. Roman Banks has for the athletic department, the community is going to get engaged to be able to see the opposite side of the athletes. We're always seeing them playing the sports.
Right.
This time they're going to be hands-on. So what better way to get your kids involved, except by a positive experience with a summer camp.
And New Decisions is always partnering with Southern University at a lot of things. Why is it so important to partner with Southern University, and how does it help your business?
It helps my business tremendously. It's a great opportunity to be able to partner with Southern University because our fan base is the largest fan base ever. What more to be able to offer services to a fan base of people that you already know and enjoying sports that you enjoy watching. It's a great opportunity.
You do such a good job. I'm just going to leave and go eat something or something like that. I mean, you can't even say it better than that. That is pretty unbelievable. So again, that's going to be fun. Now, camp counselors. Is there an opportunity for camp counselors to get involved?
Yes, there is an opportunity for camp counselors to get involved. Those positions usually fill pretty quickly. Anyone interested can also call our office as well. Of course, our first grasp is always giving to Southern University athletes. That's always our top priority with New Decisions, but there will be other opportunities available.
Cool, and this will be an opportunity for the athletes to come out and and act big and be able to mentor these kids.
Yes. Again, opportunity for them to be able to give back, and also for them to exercise their sports skills, which is tremendous.
Yes.
And the kids really look up to them as well. So a great opportunity for the kids.
Now, both male and female, boys and girls.
Yeah, great
question. And what are the age groups?
Ages 4 to 12.
4 to 12.
Ages 4 to 12.
All right, awesome. Always great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Give it up to her. And
I
next week
appreciate
she's hosting the show. When we come back, we're going to have Roman Banks right back here. We're going to ask a question to Roman Banks and talk about a big banquet that is coming to celebrate Southern Athletics. We'll do that coming up right here. This is Overtime with Roman Banks, a closer look at Southern Athletics, of course, with the AD. I'm Chris Powers, back in a moment for Scoreboards on Pelican Sports TV.
Thank you.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
just can't lock 'em out, buddies. They'll make your day. Buddies, you can't deny 'em, buddies. You just can't buy 'em. You wear 'em, whatever comes your way. Buddies are here to stay.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
Talk to State Farm agent Anna Jones in Baton Rouge today.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Scoreboards. It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And, of course, we're getting ready for Easter weekend next weekend as we bring up now all kind of different sports, including tennis is going to be going for the SWAC championship. And then also we've got all kind of baseball and softball is coming up soon. And that is the focus for today's Next 7 in Southern Athletics.
Jaguar Athletics. Southern University Track and Field will be headed to Lafayette, Louisiana, to the campus of the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Southern University Softball will be headed to Prairie View, Texas, to take on the Lady Panthers of the Prairie View A&M University April the 12th at 3 p.m. and as well as April the 13th at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Southern University Women's Tennis Team will be headed to the 2019 SWAC Tennis Championship April the 12th through the 14th as they'll take on Jackson State April 12th in New Orleans at the Pepsi Tennis Center at 9 a.m. The Southern University Baseball will be headed to Pine Bluff, Arkansas to take on the Golden Lions of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff April the 12th through the 14th before returning home to Lee Hines Field to take on the Braves of Alcorn State April the 16th at 6 p.m. And that was your Next 7 in Jaguar Athletics. Go Jags!
Yes, and go Jags. We just got word that the Southern baseball team is up on UNO in the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0. And that's, yeah, that's good. That keeps on going big time. You know, right now, athletics is on fire. Football wins the SWAC West and also plays in the SWAC championship game, and I believe they're going to be the heavy favorite this year to repeat. Basketball, both the men and the women's basketball team make the SWAC tournament, and the women make it to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2010, and they did a very good job. Coach Funchess named Rookie Coach of the Year. Baseball's doing great. Softball's getting better and better. Tennis has done good. Bowling is doing good. What that means to me, what I'm saying to you, is a perfect time for fans out there to buy season ticket books for all these great events.
No question about it. That's a good way to bring me on in here right now. I'll do the rest right now.
Good night,
go
everybody.
get your season
Good
books. No question about it. Our season books go on sale for football May the 13th. And we are very excited. And obviously this is the first time, as you could tell by the date that I just gave, that we're starting to do things a lot earlier. And so it was a challenge to break down our systems and buy new systems that's in today's practice that we could use to get these things done. And so the thing about it is that also you could take advantage of buying a football season book, and you can get basketball and baseball at a discounted price. And so if you buy a football season book right now, start signing up for those things, call a ticket office, then you can get a chance to buy a baseball season book and a basketball season book at half price, and between the two, that's about $100. And so you got to realize also is that take advantage of the season book sales. I know our challenges when I came in that I heard from the alums that our tickets were were very high, in which we are not when you start looking at other schools in our league, okay? But at the end of the day, I went back and with the blessing of the president and our staff sat down, if you buy season books, then all ticket prices on an average of $5 to $7 cheaper game day tickets.
Wow.
And so that's a huge discounted price. And obviously we work with the state, so we can't do nothing on game day too much, but we have been approved by the season book package that I can discount that. So please take advantage of that, and also realize that our cheapest season book is $65.
Wow.
And so I do think if you do care about Southern University and you support Southern University, then it's important that you can at least invest $65 into a season book. And our most expensive season book is less than $150. And so that's not outrageous. And then, and what I want everybody to understand here is that the new dynamic of athletics. And I say it all the time, when I was assistant basketball coach here, we had over 10,000 students. And then, and our budget was more plentiful. Here in the last 5 years, I think we've been cut almost $30 million. And then because of selective admissions, attendance went down half of that. And so that's revenue for athletic departments.
Yes.
So we lost that. And so how are we going to continue to grow? And so we care about Southern University and we care about our other institutions, Historical Black College. Now we got to start investing to buying season books and giving back to the athletic department and sponsoring the club like Go Jags, Unlimited Club, and S Clubs.
So that's the pecans on top of the overtime
That's the pecan
bread
on top
pudding.
of the bread pudding. So I have
There you
preached
go.
tonight, so make sure you go get your season books.
And to celebrate the athletic the program, a big banquet is going to be coming up April 24th.
Yeah, so we call it the Jaxby. So that's another new tool that we have, and our student athletes sacrifice a lot, okay? The average student on campus, they can get up at 9 o'clock and go to class and finish at 12. Most of our student athletes, they start about 6 and they're not done till somewhere about 10 o'clock at night. And so they often have to adjust their schedules, miss lunch, and do a lot of different things to be at their practices and the obligations to the athletic department. So we wanted to make sure that we tell our student athletes thank you. So we created this thing here, started last year, the Jaxby's, where it's their day. We let them dress up, they get in their stuff, they look real good. Skinny jeans, I can't even fit in those, but the one they show up and the ladies come in and they take pictures and we give awards, and we have DJ Major playing a little music for them. We feed them really good and let them have their day. And so I think that's an awesome thing that the staff come up with that we can get back to our student athletes. And now we're taking it a step further. We have Student Athlete Week. And so we're doing a lot of things that whole week for our student athletes, and that midday, that Wednesday, that's their special day for the banquet.
And the overtime series with Roman Banks, athletic director, has now been renewed for the fall.
Yeah, we have a lot going on, and we're going to break those things out here really soon. I think our first overtime series started in Shreveport, and that was our first one last year, and was our inaugural overtime series. And so I think we start there August 23rd, and then we going straight from there to next week, that Friday night before we play McNeese on Saturday. And so we look forward to those overtime events. And so it's kind of that party with a purpose thing, but we had to come up with ways, and so most of the series we ask that you invest $20. But if you see what we've done with those $20, that is to bridge the gap to make sure we have support for our student athletes, facilities like the softball stadium. And baseball is doing a good job, but we have to come back and do some work for baseball. We got a volleyball locker room that needs to be repaired and fixed up very nice for them. We got a soccer field that we're still trying to work on. And so these monies go directly to those facility maintenance type situations and scholarships. So all these overtime series, all the Taste of Jags, and all the other things that we're doing is that I just think, for me, I don't like just asking people for money. I like giving a service. So come out, enjoy the fun, be with your alumni family, be with your friends, and at the same time, we are able to use those dollars in athletics.
Which means you'll be getting a lot of frequent flyer miles.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of overtime series, big time.
A lot of places to be. One thing about it is that from a basketball perspective, you're over 25 people and you got a 6-month season and you got your recruiting and all that. But now this job, to really be good at it, and I don't want to leave nothing off the table. So I try to follow all the teams, all the sports, I try to make sure that we give in to coaches what they need. We try to be supportive to our student athletes. So when you do that, that's a lot of work.
All right, we've got a question right here of Southern University. The lovely Tiana is right here to ask the big man.
Yes, Chris, we have Lionel Sams right here, and he has a question for AD Banks.
Okay, so the question is, what has the response been since getting the huge win last night against LSU?
Oh, that's an easy one. But I want him to stay right there. Don't go. No, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
All right. But obviously, you know, that win is huge. And anytime you can get an out-of-conference win, it's great. And then when you can beat your rivalry, you know, cross town, and then when you beat a ranked team such as LSU as a baseball power, then those things are great. And, you know, a lot of times athletics is measured by not how much money we take in as it relates to liquidation, but assets. And so that win is worth millions of dollars as it relates to advertising and shine the light across the country about Southern University. And you hope that those type of wins just bring other students to our campus, and we end up getting more students, and we end up creating this buzz about the university again. So it's all over social media. It's no limit to what it has done, but we want to make sure that we're able to gain students from it as well.
All right.
And now the question for you is, y'all don't know this, but that's Jared Sam that played for us at Southern University, playing in the D League right now. And so I just want to know how Jared doing right now.
Hey.
Thanks for asking. Jared had a great season. He made it through the entire season with Fort Wayne. They didn't make the playoffs, unfortunately, but he's back home now. He's working out. He's actually going to Southern, back on the stomping grounds and working out with some of the guys over there, and hoping for the next opportunity that comes his way.
And tell everybody what he's got to do next week. Hang out with.
Next week, yeah, actually he's going to hang out in Golden State.
Golden State.
He's going to hang out with Damon.
That's Jared Sam, y'all. Come on, get Jared there.
Yes, indeed. All right, we got your platter of crawfish, and I got crab legs, corn, and potato
crawfish,
sausage.
The whole
Look at
shebang
this
here,
shrimp salad that's very nice, and of course, the bread pudding. The overtime.
What it's called?
Overtime.
Go buy it. It's coming to the store soon.
We'll see you next week right here on Pelican Sports TV. Bye-bye.